Hi, I'm Jay Goldman. You are watching Mr. Mobile on Butterscotch.com. Today, we're going to solve the problem that you have in your car where you can't listen to the music that's on your Apple device, being an iPhone, iPod Touch, or various other iPods, without being able to connect it to your car stereo. And this is a problem that a lot of people have. Only newer cars have Bluetooth, and that'll work with an iPod or iPod Touch or an iPhone. But what do you do when you don't have that and there's nowhere to plug your device in to be able to listen to music? Well, Belkin has two great accessories that'll solve that problem for you. Today, we're going to take a look at the TuneCast Auto Live, which is the smaller of the two units, and the TuneBase FM with hands-free, which is the larger one. Both of them will work with most of the iPhones that are out there, but you want to take a look on the Belkin website just to make sure that it works with yours. And they both feature a really cool piece of technology called ClearScan. The basic principle behind these is that they're small FM transmitters with low power. So you play music on your device, and one of these two takes the music from there, broadcasts it on an FM transmitter frequency at a low power that your car radio can then pick up and play through the stereo. So you pick a frequency that you're going to broadcast on these, you tune your radio to the right frequency, and you play. Sounds great in theory. If you've ever tried any of these before, especially in a dense urban center, you'll find that it's really hard to find a frequency that doesn't already have a radio station on it that's broadcasting at a higher amount of power and overpowering your little Belkin device. So Belkin's come out with a technology called ClearScan, which will scan through all the available frequencies and look for one that doesn't have a high power radio station on it already and recommend that one for you, and then you just tune your radio to the right place. Both devices support ClearScan, but the TuneCast Auto Live, which is the smaller of the two devices, looks like this and has two wires here. One end goes into your 12-volt DC or cigarette lighter adapter. The other end goes into the 30-pin on the bottom of your Apple device. This one includes a really cool feature that I haven't actually seen on any of the other FM transmitters we've looked at, where you load the ClearScan application up on your device, if you've got an iPod Touch or an iPhone, and you can control this entirely using the touchscreen on here. Really, really handy. But also, it uses the GPS in your device, or the AGPS if you're on an iPod Touch, to locate where you are in the world and then find frequencies that have worked well for other people and recommend the one that way. So you actually get this sort of assisted GPS mode. It's the only FM transmitter on the market that I know of that has something along those lines. So really handy. You might, in fact, want to get this one if you are in a dense urban center, big city, that kind of thing, to make sure that you'll be able to find a frequency to broadcast on. If you don't have the app on here, you can still use the device, no problem. There's a ClearScan button here that will do the ClearScan for you. There are two memory buttons on top that you can program two stations in. So if you know that there's one that works really well while you're in this part of your commute, you just hit the memory button, switch your radio, and you're good to go. Charges your phone as you drive, so you'll make sure you are charged when you arrive where you're going to. Costs $79.99, and you can buy it where you buy most accessories or directly from Belkin.com. And there's a link in the show notes on Butterscotch.com. The TuneBase is a little bit different. It's got a different form factor. Still plugs into your 12-volt cigarette lighter attachment or port, but in this case, it's got this really cool articulated metal arm that lets you sort of pose your iPhone wherever you'd like it to be relative to you as you're driving. So they've taken into account that the 12-volt tends to be all over the place in different cars, and this way you can kind of position it to make sure you can see the screen. They also took into account that that might require you to plug it in a weird angle, and so the screen on here rotates so that you can see it, and you just get it positioned nicely once you've got this plugged in. Putting your device in is really simple. You just line up your 30-pin port on the bottom of the device and snap it in. This top part here is actually height adjustable. You can slide it up or down, so if you've got a smaller device, it'll fit in. And there's actually a little attachment that comes in here if you're using this with an iPod Shuffle that will hold it in place. You want to use the hands-free, just plug this into the headphone attachment on the top once you've got that snapped in, and then you can use it hands-free when you're making phone calls as well. One great thing to note, you don't have to take your case off. As long as the case has a hole in the bottom, you can snap the phone directly on through there. And similar to the other Belkin accessory that we just looked at, there's a ClearScan button right on here. There are also two memory settings. And there's a Pro mode, actually there's a Pro mode on both of them that will boost the volume and stuff that you're listening to on your Apple device to make sure that you're getting the best possible sound quality out there. And of course you can buy it in the same places. Before we go, if you're looking for an easy way to get a new web domain, Hover.com has a coupon code for Mr. Mobile fans that will get you 10% off. Just use the coupon code that you can see on the screen right now or in the show notes on Butterscotch.com. I'm Jay Goldman. This has been Mr. Mobile on Butterscotch.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.